Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how I cut this beautiful Queen Anne neckline with bustier. If you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so now. And share, comment, like this video. I would like to appreciate my returning subscribers for viewing. Thank you. Now let's get started. I'm going to be making use of this pattern paper already folded into two and already rule out the lines I'll be making use of. The first is the chest line, the bust line, the under bust and the waistline. From the shoulder to the chest line, I'm using 8.5, then 10 inches for the bust line and 14 inches for the under bust, then 16 inches for the waistline. Now let me label the line. This is the chest line, this is the bust line, this is the under bust, and this is the waist line. The next thing to do is to draw out our basic bodice pattern, and to start with, I'm going to be taking out the shoulder measurement, which is 16 inches divided by 2. That will be 8 inches, as I'm marking it here. Then also I'll mark the 8 inches at the chest line too, like this. Then I'll connect the point together using a ruler. The next thing to do is to look for the midpoint of the line, which is 4 3/4, and I'll mark it like this. From that point marked, I will then go in by 1/2 inch in order to form my armhole cuff. Then I'll be marking out the bust circumference divided by 4. I will then connect the points together from here to this place upward using a French cuff, like this. Like this. Now we have our armhole cuff drawn out. The next thing I'll be doing is to make the shoulder slope. I'll be going in by 1 inch, and I'm using 3 inches for the neck. I'll then connect the lines, the point together like this. The next thing I'll be doing now is to take the dart measurement. I'll be making use of nipple to nipple measurement, which is 8 inches divided by 2, that is 4 inches. I'll mark the 4 inches from the chest line down to the waistline. The allowance is not included here. When I'm cutting on the fabric, I'll add 1/2 inch to make it 4.5 inches. That 1/2 inch will serve as a stitching allowance. I'll then connect the points together. At the waistline, I'll be marking 1 inch at both sides of the dart line. The same thing at the under bust line, 1 inches at both sides. Then I will connect the points together. Now at the bust line, I'll be going down by 1 inches. The reason for this is to avoid any pointing effect after stitching. Then I will connect the points together, making use of a French cuff. Like this. The next thing I'll be doing now is to go up by 1 inch from the chest line. If you don't want your bust to show, you can decide to use 2 inches or 1.5 inches. But in this video, I'm making use of 1 inches. So I'll mark the 1 inches like this. And then connect the points. Now from the dart line, I'll also be marking 1 inches at both sides. 1 inches at both sides. Then on the bust line, I'll come up by 1 inches in order to avoid any form of pointing effect after stitching. I'll then connect the points together, making use of a French cuff like this. Our bustier shape is already coming out. I will now draw the curve, connecting the point at the chest line to the upper line using the French curve like this. Then the other end, I will leave it like this, straight line like this. The next thing I'll be doing is to mark out the neck. I'll be making use of 3 inches at the upper part of the neck. Then I'll mark 2.5 inches here from the armhole curve. I'll make use of 2.5 inches. I'll then connect the point together, making use of a ruler. Like this. And this will form the yoke. In order to avoid any form of bulging after stitching, I'll be going down by 1/2 inch. Then I'll connect the point together like this. The next thing to do now is to take out my basic body pattern. The bust circumference divided by 4. I'm making use of 40 divided by 4, that is 10 inches. Plus the 2 inches dart allowance we have up here. That'll make it 12 inches. Then at the waist, I'm making use of 36 inches divided by 4. That'll be 9. Plus the 2 inches dart allowance here. That'll make it 11 inches. I'll then connect the points together. In this tutorial, the stitching allowance is not yet added. When I'm cutting on the fabric, I will add the necessary stitching allowance I want to use. The next thing to do is to cut out our Queen Anne neckline bustier that we have already marked out. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe now. And please share this video, comment and like. Thank you. After cutting, this is what we have. If you open it up, this is how it looks like. Can you see how beautiful the Queen Anne bustier comes out? Very beautiful. Now for the back panel, this is the pattern I'll be using, already folded into two. This is the chest line, the bust line, and the waist line. And this is the zipper allowance. Make use of 1 inch for the zipper allowance. The next thing I'll be doing is to take out my shoulder measurement, 16 inches divided by 2, that is 8. I'll also mark the 8 at the chest line, and I'll connect the points together like this. Then mark the midpoint of the line and go in by half an inch. The bust circumference divided by 4, that is 10. I'll mark it and then connect the point with a French cuff like this. Then I'll mark out the shoulder slope by going in by 1 inches, and I'm using 3 inches at the neck, the same 3 inches we use for the front panel. I'll then connect the line. The next thing to do now is to take the dart measurement, nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 4 inches. I'll then connect it with a ruler. Then I'll mark half an inch at both sides of the line drawn. Then from the bust point, I'll be going down by 1 inch. I'll then connect the point like this. The next thing to do is to take the neck measurement. I'll be going down by 1 inch because I don't want it to be too low. Then I'll draw a round neck, and I'll extend it to the zipper allowance. Then I'll take out the basic measurement, bust circumference divided by 4, 10 inches. Then to the waist divided by 4, 9 inches. I'll add the 1 inch allowance for the dart. I'll make it 10. Then I'll connect the points together. Now our back panel is ready. If you are okay with this neckline, you are good to go. But if you want your back to be opened, I will show you how to go about it. The next thing I'll be doing now is to go down by 1 inch, and I'll make use of a French cuff to connect the point to the dart line like this, to this point. You can make use of any neckline of your choice at the back. It is left to you. At the down part of the zipper allowance, I'll be marking half an inch in order to avoid bulging of the zip after sewing. Then I'll connect the point down to the chest line like this. Now our back panel is ready. Like I said earlier, in this tutorial, the stitching allowance is not yet added. When I'm cutting on the fabric, I will add all the necessary stitching allowance that I want. Kindly take note of that. Thank you. After cutting, this is how it looks like. Can you see how beautiful it comes out to be? Very beautiful. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe, like, comment and share. Thanks for viewing.